So this came out a little bit ago. Interesting. DeSantis granted more power to traffic illegal immigrants to blue states. Florida lawmakers have approved an expansion of Governor DeSantis's relocation program for illegal immigrants, handing him the authority to traffic such individuals from anywhere to anywhere in the country, including blue states. The bill establishes the unauthorized alien transport traffic program within the Division of the Emergency Management, expanding on a program DeSantis enacted last year that enabled officials to traffic illegal immigrants to blue states that have sanctuary policies in place. Yeah, so see, here's the problem with this, okay? And this is why I know people, I get so attacked when I go after DeSantis. I don't care, just let it. Say what you want, I don't care. This is very simple. The same way that I said how your nursing associations and your nursing unions with the hospital CEOs are trying to ruin the hospital system because it'll weaken America, that's the same thing happening here. Okay, because the more you flood, this is a known thing. You flood a country with immigration, you'll destabilize the country. That's what everything going on around us is about. So anybody that's helping to further that destabilization of our country is a globalist or is controlled by globalists or is just syndicate. Okay, so Pritzker, it's known that every politician usually is mob connected. Okay, in Illinois, I mean anybody in Illinois who doesn't know that is likely just to brainwashed by the ideology. But most people, especially in Chicago, know it's mob affiliated. Well, Pritzker is connected to syndicate, his family line. Okay, so you could really look at this as one syndicate governor helping another syndicate governor get those trafficked people, because I said the trafficking chain has to have those links to help it along. So in order to get the people into the blue states where they need that trafficked labor the most, put some governors in place. You think they're all helping, yet you never bother to say, why is DeSantis not doing the right thing? And the right thing to do here is these people, many of them are being trafficked. Some of them, yes, are gangs and MS-13 and dangerous for sure. And around those gang members, they have a bunch of trafficked people they're using like a human shield. And so those are innocent people that were coerced or forced to come into this country. And instead of DeSantis doing the right thing and putting them on a plane and sending them back home, he keeps sending them all over the country. Doesn't it dawn on anybody why is it that he will put them on buses, put them on planes, and send them all over the United States, yet he will not send them home? There's not a reason he can't do this. There isn't. There's no reason. There's nothing. In fact, I would say that he really should be doing that, because if you go on justice.gov, under Title 8, 1324A, subsection 1324A, it prohibits alien smuggling, domestic transportation of unauthorized aliens, concealing or harboring unauthorized aliens, encouraging or inducing unauthorized aliens to enter the United States, and engaging in a conspiracy or aiding and abetting any of the preceding acts. So I'm pretty sure that's DeSantis violating that's federal law. So, I mean, maybe his state, because governors do have a lot of power, maybe that supersedes federal. I'm not clear on that. But the fact is he's not once sent these people back home. Is that who you want to be president? No. No, because what he's trying to do is destabilize. The sanctuary cities are the worst places to send these people. If you care about America, I know red states hate blue states, and if you want to be caught up in that division, then go ahead. But the fact of the matter is, you don't want anybody that's trying to destabilize America and weaken it, because that's what the UN wants. Because as soon as it's weak, America's weakened enough, then their thug peacekeepers, who aren't peacekeepers, they're just thugs, will come in. And then they force America into their global system of Agenda 2030. So you should really be wondering at this point why DeSantis clearly will traffic, pay whatever money he has to send them to blue cities or wherever, but he will not send them home. They're likely want to go home. They're likely being trafficked. And instead of him looking into any of that, he continues to be part of the trafficking ring. And now they think that, well, putting this legal thing in place, it gives him that, what? It gives him, now we've become a country that's legalizing trafficking. Yeah, that's not good. The sanctuary cities, the police are the police are disrespected the most in sanctuary cities. Their governors and mayors, most especially in Chicago, they basically spit on their police, and the police know it. They tie their hands from doing anything because, again, they are helping that global agenda to destabilize. That's what sanctuary cities were all about, to help destabilize. If you don't arrest the criminals that are in these gangs, whether they're domestic or coming in, that DeSantis is trafficking in, then it will destabilize the state. Eventually, destabilizing the state will roll over into other states being destabilized. And that's exactly what the UN needs to then come in and take over. So, police in sanctuary cities, most especially in Chicago, that Safety Act came into place. It's just interesting, the timing of this with DeSantis, because it's like one mob syndicate person working with another, like in my state, the governor that's a mobster or has ties to mob affiliations. But police in sanctuary cities can't ask about immigration status. And what happens with that? You can ride that Obama wave of, no, this is the more nice thing to do. No, it's not, because if these people are being trafficked, nobody will ever know. That's the difference between a non-sanctuary state and a sanctuary state. There's more crimes in sanctuary states because the police hands are tied. And in Illinois, most especially with the Safety Act, many things have been tied because, again, they want to destabilize the state to help then destabilize the country. So you shouldn't support any governors or any politicians that are outright doing things, first of all, that are not ethically and morally right, but are also things that will destabilize the country. It seems like Abbott turned a corner and started doing the right thing because he was trafficking, and then he started addressing building a border wall around his state, which he has every right to do. That would be the better thing to do. I just wonder why DeSantis doesn't want to do it. Oh, maybe because of the ocean front, right? Well, I don't know. Do you want to be a criminal in traffic? Because I don't think this law, no matter what Florida people in the House and all that passed it, I don't think it matters. I think at the end of the day, he's breaking some laws. And given that Trump gets bashed because he put the photo up of DeSantis with those teenage girls, drinking with those teenage girls, it's like, this should highlight to you that Michael Knowles, Glenn Beck, Dave Rubin, they all have ties to probably the syndicate as well. Because I heard Glenn Beck yesterday interviewing somebody, and he's like, why is Trump doing this to DeSantis? And it's like, what, Glenn? Showing the truth? Why is Glenn got some big research team? He has a big research team. Why aren't they looking into that? Well, because they're very tight with DeSantis, and they know who DeSantis is, which should tell you who they are. There's no reason that everybody else was able to look this stuff up and Glenn Beck's research team can't. And then what really annoys me about Glenn Beck in this regard is because he stands on this moral high ground of faith and the Bible, but disregards who DeSantis is. That just disgusts me in every way, because it means you're using your faith to be a con artist. Because there's no reason that if other people couldn't figure this out, and yet nobody else can. Instead, he tries to make it like Trump is trying to cause disruption. No, Trump's showing the truth of who somebody is, whether they're on the left or the right. Maybe you should start learning what the truth is. Maybe many of these people should. Because instead, they want to act like Trump is the problem. No, the person that's showing the truth or speaking the truth, they're never the problem. It's the ones trying to silence them that are the problem.